Hey Racer fans, big win for Murray State against Austin Peay on Saturday, and it came in overtime. And today on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm, we're going to break it down and go inside the Murray State locker room next on the Racer Report. Hi folks, and welcome to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm here, as he's got a big smile on his face today because the Racers got a big victory over Austin Peay in overtime here at the CFSB Center. Now let's set up this week for you. Two big games, and Racer fans, we need you out. Thursday night, 7 o'clock on ESPNU, Belmont comes in, and then Saturday, same tip-off time as Tennessee State comes in. That'll be on the OVC Digital Network. Two big home games this week for the Racers, and we hope to see you here. Head coach Steve Prohm's with us now. And Coach, you guys were down by 5 with a minute and a half to go. What an effort to get it into overtime, and then you won it in the extra time.
When Clyburn made the big three, you could hear the whole gym just go, oh. And the biggest thing, we wanted to call timeout. And even the Jacksonville State game where we lost, the last minute of the game, our guys executed down the stretch, except for the last play when we fouled. So we wanted to get an easy basket, put pressure on the basket, and we executed possession after possession. We were fortunate they missed some free throws, and Isaiah then misses one, makes one. We go to overtime, and I felt good going into overtime that at home we would be able to prevail. Well,
this was quite a ball game on Saturday. Let's go ahead and roll it and take a look at it here from the CFSB Center. Crowd of over 6,000 here to watch it. Of course, ESPN, the magazine, called this rivalry one of the best in college basketball. And Coach, it really is because you can just throw out all the records. Doesn't matter when you're playing Austin Peay. You know it's going to be a big game.
Well, it's a tremendous rivalry. They've got a lot of history, a lot of tradition down there in Clarksville as well. Really, when you look at the last 7 years, I think 5 out of the last 7 years, 6 out of the last 7 years, the championship has gone through Clarksville or Murray. So two very, very good programs.
Well, as we go through the first half here, Racers fell behind by 10 early. It was 13-3 as they knocked down to 3 there. Down 13-3 early, but your team didn't panic and actually came back and had the lead at halftime.
Yeah, everybody, we've had some slow starts. We go through some offensive droughts. We're struggling shooting the basketball right now, and we're struggling making free throws. When you're 15% from the three the last 3 games and 60% from the free throw line, you are going to struggle a little bit offensively. But we did a better job, attacking the paint. We're getting to the free throw line, and hopefully, we've got Dexter makes a shot right there. We're getting some good looks. I don't want our guys gun shy and losing their confidence, though.
Well, that was a 13-2 run there for the Racers. They held Austin Peay without a field goal for about 4 minutes there, and just did a great job of getting back in the game. By my count, 15th drawn charge for Ed this year.
Yeah, he's tremendous. He usually gets one a game. Just got great toughness and great energy from him. He's been like that all season long. Okay, so after Fields hit the 3 from the corner, the Racers were up 19-7, and then Ed starts the break here with I think it was his first block of the day. He had a couple on the day. Great hustle there by Eric McCree. Yeah,
not to say he's going to make it.
Yeah, that's big, and he's done that a couple times. I think he did that down there at Austin Peay. He had the same play, exact same play on a fast break, and Eric's getting better. And he's got a chance to be a good player here.
Okay, so here we continue in the first half as Ed Daniel shows again, Coach, he can knock down that shot.
Yeah, it's not something we want to just live and die with. We want him around the block, but we're comfortable with him stepping out from time to time and knocking that down.
Okay, so then Fields hits the 3 from the corner there. The Racers have the lead 19-17, and when your team can get transition baskets like this, that's what you want, and you started on the defensive end. We also saw C.J. Ford in there, and I knew during the week in practice that he was going to get more time.
Yeah, I've been trying to work him into the rotation, and you're always trying to learn as a coach and learn your team, and I thought he did some good things. He struggled in some areas, but I thought he did some good things of being able to push the basketball. Got Ed an easy basket, like we saw earlier.
Okay, so it was a 26-26 game, and this was with 152 to go. Man, that was a great play you guys ran at the end of the half, and Ed just couldn't get the ball to go in.
No, he couldn't. How many missed dunks does he have? I know he has 15
Yeah, I haven't
charges.
kept track of that, Coach.
So, but a great execution to not have a timeout. I didn't want to get on those guys about that. They executed it the right way. Trez made a great pass, and we just didn't finish. But we've got those plays. When you look at a game that goes to overtime, it ends up being a big play.
I think Ed almost had to have some dental work because his teeth were going to hit the rim there. He was up there so high. Maybe he got a little too close for it. I don't know. But anyway, we're into the second half now. And, Coach, I got to tell you, I've seen Murray State teams in the past with Billy Kennedy here show some toughness. But I saw a lot of toughness down the stretch in this game.
You know, you always, as a coach, you want to be perfect, and you never think things are good enough. But then after the game, I get some texts, messages from some other coaches that I've worked with and guys that are about toughness and preach toughness. And that's the one thing they sent in my text message. The text message to me was, man, it was great seeing some toughness today. And was proud of our guys. You know, it hasn't been easy for us, but they're continuing to figure out a way to win.
How about Brandon Garrett there? I mean, he hit a spurt right at the start of the second half that I thought made a huge difference in the game.
Yeah, good skill level, got some easy baskets in transition, a layup, a dunk, and we need him to continue to be good for us.
Well, that was an 8-0 run to start the second half for the Racers. Let's talk about Latrez Mushat. He had his best game since coming back. There's the last of the Garrett run there. We'll see Latrez hit a jump shot here in a moment. By far his best game since he's come back from the injury. There were times in the game Saturday there, he didn't look like a guy that had been hurt.
No, you know, he's getting better. You know, he's not 100%, but you can see what we miss not having him. You know, when you look at a fifth-year senior, a starter, the experience and the toughness that he brings to the table, scoring around the basket, offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, and just having a really good feel and knowledge for the game. So glad he's back. He's playing well, and we're going to need his continued great efforts.
How about a great play there by Jeffrey Moss? He saw it, took it.
Yeah, and that's what we want him to do. We want him to start putting more pressure on the basket. He can make a shot, but don't settle for jump shots. Put pressure on the basket, get to the free throw line, and then we got to just get him to continue to defend.
Well, it was a tough day for Isaiah Cannon. That was his first field goal of the game there with 12 minutes to go, but it gave Murray State a 6-point lead. And then we thought maybe this was his first three, but you could clearly see there his foot was on the line, so it was a long two, and you're up by 8 with 11:20 to go.
Up 8, and you think you're going to pull away and finish the game off, but, you know, credit Austin Peay. They came back, and they were going to make this a tough one for us.
You know, Cannon didn't particularly shoot the ball well, but from this point to the end of the game, he was great.
Yeah, he's been like that. You know, I think the Western Kentucky game was something similar. You know, he's 0 for 7 the first half. Second half, he goes 6 for 11. He finishes the game with 3 steals and plays 45 minutes and only turns the ball over 1 time.
Okay, so then B-Tran hits the 3 there. Here comes Austin Peay back the other way. It's a 2-point game. That shot by Stacy Wilson there I thought was a great acrobatic shot to get that in. That was off the inbounds play with 3:48 to go. That put Murray State up by 1. Now we're at 152. Here's the one where the place went quiet. Clyburn hits the 3. You're down by 5 points this time, but then Wilson hits another quick shot across the lane, and then we'll watch the last part here as you get it into overtime.
Yeah, well, we grew from that. You know, I think we grew from the Jacksonville State game. We're down 5, minute 40 to go. We call timeout, and we want to make sure we emphasize what we want to do. Stacy gets good dribble penetration, ends up making a tough shot, puts it to 3, and now it's about time and score, managing the clock, and then you got to get a couple breaks. You know, whether you win or lose. The winners usually get a couple breaks, the losers usually didn't. And we got a couple breaks with some missed free throws, but the last 3 times we scored, that we all put pressure on the basket.
Well, that was a big play for the game too, because not only did Cannon made 1 out of 2 here to tie it up, but Horton fouled out on that play too. So now it's 63-63, 13.6 to go. How were you guys trying to defend the last part here on the last play by Austin Peay?
We're just going, switch all the ball screens and then just be aggressive and just wall up and not let anybody beat us from, again, not foul. And Ed makes B-Tran take a tough shot. And, fortunately, you're at home, you go to overtime, you feel really good about your chances.
Okay, well, we're going to overtime here on the Race Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Man, that's great watching that game again in the highlights. I mean, it was just an absolutely outstanding game, which the Racers did win in overtime, and we're going to show you that OT here in just a minute. We'll come back in just a moment on the Racer Report.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have 1 drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max? You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
Hi folks, welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm here at the CFSB Center. Let's roll the tape and watch the overtime. And coach, really the 2 biggest plays in the OT was the 3-point play at the start by Isaiah Cannon, and then he hit his only 3 of the game in there, and then you all made the plays and hit 2 big pairs of free throws from Wilson and Daniel to finish it out.
Yeah, that was big right there. And Isaiah's got to do that. He's, sometimes he just forces shots. He did a great job that time, jump stop, and, people are going to go up with him for that. And, he's strong enough to get the shot off and draw the foul. And that was a big and one. And then, like you talked about, the 3 was a big play off a baseline screen.
The free throw percentage hasn't been quite what you want here in the past week or so. And there's Cannon's 3. By the way, that upped his school record streak of 30 straight games with a 3-point shot there. The free throw percentage hasn't been as high as you want, but those were 2 clutch trips to the line by Wilson and Daniel there.
Yeah, they went up there, and Stacy made 2, and I was really happy for him because we've struggled from the free throw line, and then Ed finishes the game right there, and that kind of ices the game.
Okay, so Daniel knocks it in there, and you see the Racers shaking hands with the Governors. 75-68 is the final in overtime. Just a great day for college basketball here at the CFSB Center. And then take a look at the box score. At the end of the day, the Racers shot about 39%, but they also held Austin Peay to 42%. And the Racers were able to overcome some of their shooting deficiencies by getting to the line. And even though they only made 67%, they did hit 23 free throws and outscored Austin Peay at the line 23-7 to end the game. Cannon had the 19 points he tied his career high with 8 rebounds. Latrez Mushat was huge as well. 14 points and 8 rebounds as the Racers won at 75-68 in overtime. So afterwards, and we're going to send you to the break with this, we're going to go inside the media interview room for some post-game comments, starting with Isaiah Cannon.
Just got to stay at it. Shots going to either fall or not going to fall, and can't really do nothing about it. You still got to shoot. And, we just had to do a better job getting to the goal. We were selling in the first half, and we had to do a better job of getting inside. And once we started doing that, getting to the free throw line, you start getting that rhythm and seeing the ball go through. And luckily, some of the shots that I needed to fall in the end, they fell for me.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max? You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have one drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Now let's go inside the Murray State locker room as the Racers have just defeated Austin Peay in overtime.
You knew that it was going to be like that. You're playing a rival team. You know they're going to come in ready to play. Okay, the most thing I'm proud about is 73-68 or 63-58. We're down a minute to go, and that's when we got to be looking at each other like, what we got to do to win? What do we got to do to win? And we executed everything we needed to do. The last, whatever, we were down a minute and a half. All right, Stacy, Sip, whatever, offensively, defensively, we got the stops. All right, we got the free throw line. We made some, missed some. Okay, got it to overtime on our home floor, and we're able to win the game because we got some stops. Okay, guys, when you're struggling and things aren't going easy, okay, it's going to be like that sometimes in life. Okay, but the guys, because you all have great character and good toughness, you just got to keep going at it every day. You know. Coach Kennedy used to say, saw wood. You just got to saw wood, saw wood, saw wood. It ain't easy winning, man. I don't care. You don't have to win every game by 30 points, man. All right, but we need everybody's energy. All right, Thursday, all right, it needs to be on. Okay, we need a hell of a week of practice. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Belmont's be 10-0 in the league coming in here. All right, we're 7-2 or whatever we are, 7-2 or 8-2. You know, and we got to defend our home floor. But the energy has to be there for 40 minutes. Every possession, execution on both ends of the floor, everybody in the game, from Burge to Cannon to Daniel to Warford. All right, everybody. We need every single body because we're supposed to win that game Thursday night. We just need to go out there and do it. Okay. I'm proud of you guys hanging in there. We're going to start to be better offensively. We're going to figure things out. We're going to keep grinding at it. All right, defensively, we were good in spurts. What you guys see when we break down defensively, right? Okay. You know, it's got to. The post guys have the toughest job out of anybody because you're the last line of defense and you're our last hope to keep that ball out with penetration because you're hedges, all right, or whether we're switching. We didn't communicate sometimes. You probably should have switched some and then just keep your hands up. But you came in there and fought, competed. We fought through some foul trouble. Jeff way to step up there late, all right, and give us good minutes down the stretch and respond, okay? Good job, good win.
Well, first of all, Coach, thanks for letting the Racer Report camera in the locker room afterwards. Those are special times, and we appreciate you doing that because that's part the fans don't get a chance to see. You were a little emotional in the locker room. I was too. That was a huge win for this team.
Yeah, it was big, and the emotions really was, you know, the win was great, but then I was trying to address the team about Zay Jackson's situation, and that you know, his situation's been tough on all of us, and especially on him, and you know, we're all praying for him that all this stuff can get behind him.
Yeah. After that game Saturday, did you maybe get a sense that maybe the team learned something about itself that they didn't know before?
Well, you know, the one thing we just try to talk to him about is, you know, down 5, minute 40, that's a lot of time left, you know, and we just got to continue to play to win and manage the game better, and that's all of us, you know, 1 through 15, coaches, players, managers, everybody. And we did a better job, and we got a break or two, and it was good. And now this sets up on obviously a huge week.
Boy, it's amazing when you're down, you can almost hear the clock tick, tick, tick. But you know, in college basketball, though, you can do a lot in 123.
Yeah, you know, you can be down 15, up 15. It doesn't matter. You got to play all 40 minutes, and that's why, you know, come Thursday, we're going to have to play all 40 minutes, and we're going to have a boisterous, loud, energetic crowd in here.
Okay, we're looking forward to that. Belmont coming in on Thursday at 7 o'clock. We'll talk more about that on the other side of this break. We'll come back with more on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm.
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have one drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max? You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
Hi folks, and welcome back to the CFSB Center with head coach Steve Prohm. Dave Winder with you. And first, let's take a look at the schedule, Coach. We've got 2 big games coming up this week. The Thursday night game against Belmont, 7 o'clock. It's on ESPNU. And then Saturday, Tennessee State is rolling in. Robert Covington is back, and he's a great player, and our fans will get a chance to see him. Then after that, it's a road trip to Edwardsville, Eastern Illinois, and Morehead State. All 3 of those games will be on Racer TV and ESPN3. And then it's back at home here for the Bracket Busters on February 23rd. And we'll find out on Monday the Racers' opponent here at home on February 23rd. Well, Coach, take a look at the standings as things keep stacking up here. Eastern Kentucky lost at UT Martin on Thursday night. Belmont won their 2 games this week against Morehead State and Tennessee Tech. So they're on top in the East, 10-0. Then in the West, the Racers are on top 7-2. Eastern, SEMO, Martin, all 3-7. So it's all kind of shaken out. Anything surprise you this week on what happened in the league?
Yeah, no, great win for Martin to beat Eastern Kentucky. Martin's playing well. I think they've won their last 2, and you know, now there's a bunch of teams vying for that 6, 7, 8 spot between Martin, Eastern Illinois, SEMO, Tennessee Tech, Austin Peay. They're all kind of jumbled up, and then you got some teams at the top: Tennessee State, East Kentucky, ourselves, and Belmont. You know, so it's going to be a great month of February and into March and in the OVC tournament. But you know, as conference play, it's just the next game.
Yeah, it's the next game, and the next game for the Racers is against Belmont here at the CFSB Center Thursday night. Make your plans to be here. It's going to be a great night of college basketball. So we'll take our final break here with head coach Steve Prohm. Come back to the CFSB Center and talk about some of our alumni that visited with us this weekend. We'll do that next.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have one drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max, you can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0 calorie victory.
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
Hi folks, welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm here at the CFSB Center. Coach, it was alumni weekend this weekend, and we had about 90 Murray State basketball players come back. I saw Brian Stewart, who played for Coach Green, Friday night at the banquet. Hadn't seen him since we graduated together. He had the single-game steals record until Kevin Thomas broke it at Missouri a few years ago. But your impressions, what we had, we introduced them all at halftime Saturday. Man, what a great time to have those guys back.
Yeah, what's most probably impressive is there was people that spanned from the 1940s, the late 1940s and 1950s, all the way up into Juwan Long with the 2012 championship team. And that's basically over 60 years of championship tradition and former players. And without great players, without great coaches, great support staffs, without a great administration and university and community, this program wouldn't be where it is today. And it's at a high level today. And very humbled and fortunate. I tweeted that out after that dinner Friday night, just to let people know that it is a privilege to be the head basketball coach here, and there's a responsibility that comes with that. But without all those people, it's not possible, and that's why you got to continue to thank them and bring them back. And we look to continue to do more in that August, September area, to where guys like maybe Popeye Jones and James Singleton and
some
Tony
of the coaches that
Easley
are still coaching.
If it's Coach Kennedy and Godfrey and Cronin and Sylvester, and get all them back, and because this program has played a big role in a lot of people's lives.
Well, it was a lot of fun, and I tell you what, the halftime, you were in the locker room, of course, but when they brought all those guys out at half and introduced them, man, there's just the love in the building was amazing.
Well, that's the one thing if you ask me about Murray State is when the players leave here, they still have an unbelievable admiration and pride and amount of respect for this program. And Marcus Brown, you know, he sticks around just to spend a couple minutes and visit with him. And last year he sat on the bench at Memphis or behind the bench. And you know, guys like that, when you know how much it means to them, that's why you don't want to let them down as a coach.
Okay, well, it was a great weekend. Good job on getting the win.
Thank you.
That was huge, Coach.
Yeah, thank you. And it's good you can do your Neil Bradley thing now at the end.
That's right. That's time for the Neil Bradley thing. Hey, folks, we'll see you here Thursday night against Belmont.
Come on out.
Come on out. It's going to be a big game. So here's Neil Bradley, voice of the Racers. He had a good week, too.
Stolen by Daniel. He finds Stacy Wilson. Wilson to Mushat, an open look three. Good! First of the season for the Trez. He goes to the corner. Aronson by 2 defenders up against Daniel. Had it swatted out of there. And Cannon picks it up. Runs the break. Finds Wilson. He lays it up. No. Put up and in on the follow by McCree. It's timeout.
Great follow by Eric McCree in transition.
Baseline drives in. Missed the shot. Rebound by Daniel. Wants to run in transition. He finds Garrett. Garrett off the glass and in. 4:22 to go in overtime as Cannon has it. Looks left side. Dribbles mid-block, gets his man in the air, put it off the glass and in a Regents bang shot, and he's fouled! Mushat top of the key. Mushat with a handoff to Wilson. Shot fake on the 3. Cannon right side, catch and shoot 3. Good! Cannon extends his personal streak to 30 straight threes in 30 games, rather, and it's 71-66.